honesty may not get you a lot of friends, but it will get.
please rise and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tuesday's grey and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you can fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, wait. Sunday, always.
Good morning and welcome to RPtv. Today is Friday, December 13th, 2019. An updated report coming out of Rutgers University has provided more specific information regarding climate change and its impact on New Jersey. Soraya has the details.
New Jersey is extremely vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, and we must work together to be more resilient against a rising sea and future storms, said Governor Phil Murphy. The DEP said that the new report titled New Jersey's Rising Seas and Changing Coastal Storms gives important baselines that will guide state efforts to adapt and become more resilient as climate change drives sea levels higher. New Jersey has much to lose if we do not act quickly and decisively to adapt to the realities of climate change, the DEP commissioner said. This study illustrates the sobering reality that our coastal landscape will change drastically, and we must act with urgency to ensure the long-term viability of our coastal and waterfront communities. The report is an update on information published by Rutgers University in 2016. Bob Cobb, the director of Rutgers Institute of Earth, Ocean, and Atmosphere Sciences and the lead author of the new report, said that the new work updates high-end sea level rise projections based on recently published research. We were happy to update our previous report because it's important that DEP begin from an up-to-date snapshot of science as they move forward with efforts to advance coastal resilience in New Jersey, Cobb said. If the targets set by 2015 Paris Agreement are met, which would be a low emissions scenario, the DEP expects Jersey waters to rise up to 3.9 feet by the end of the century. The new report also touched on how climate change is expected to change future tropical storms and nor'easters that impact the New Jersey. The frequency of those storms is not expected to change according to the report, but it is likely that more damaging winds and heavier precipitation can be expected from future natural disasters. It is also possible that the global warming intensifies tropical storms will be more likely to come farther up the Atlantic coast.
In an effort to honor and recognize the tragic shootings in Jersey City, Governor Phil Murphy has ordered that flags should be flown at half-staff. Eli has that report.
Governor Phil Murphy announced that U.S. and New Jersey flags will be flying at half-staff from Friday December 13th to Friday, December 20th for the victims of the hate crime shooting that took place on Tuesday, December 10th. Today we mourn the innocent victims of the shooting in Jersey City, Murphy said in a release. We offer our condolences to their families, especially at this time of year when families should be coming together in celebration, not coming together in grief. Mash Dush, Leah Friend, and Douglas Rodriguez were killed in a kosher grocery store, and New Jersey Police Detective Joseph Seals was shot dead at a short distance away in Bayfield Cemetery. The two shooters were killed in a 3-hour exchange of gunfire with the police. The shooting is currently being investigated as a hate crime and an act of domestic terror. We will keep the victims of this vicious hate crime in our thoughts and prayers as we work to ensure that a tragedy like this never happens again, Murphy said.
And now it's time for announcements. Spring Musical Crew Meeting, Monday, 12/16 at 5 p.m. in the auditorium. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Arango. Future Health Careers Club. Holiday party will be held on Tuesday, December 17th after school in the Teacher's Cafe. Please sign up with Ms. Haddad in the health office if you'll be attending. Hope that all members will join the festivities. Interact Club will be hosting a holiday party on December 20th. At this party, there will be food, games, and a white elephant. If anyone is interested in participating, please see Rebecca Rodriguez or Mr. Fucci. Art Club and National Art Honor Society will be meeting Fridays after school in room 102 during the school year. We are working on projects and sometimes exploring new media. Join us. Celebrate Hour of Code. Stop by the library and learn all about this annual event celebrating computer science. Throughout the week, AP Computer Science students will be available in the library 3rd and 4th periods to demonstrate coding and help you develop your coding skills. Bake Sale. French Club Holiday Bake Sale. Right after school. No. The French Club Movie Day has, right after school on December 18th. French Club Bake Sale. The French Club Movie Day has been postponed to next Wednesday. The tickets will cost $3.
Honesty may not get you a lot of friends, but it will get you the right friends.
Honesty costs nothing. Lying can cost you everything.
Honesty works both ways. To give it is to receive it.
If you want to be trusted, just be honest.
Time Magazine has selected its Person of the Year, and that person is teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg. Soraya has that story.
Teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg said she was surprised and honored to be named Time's Youngest Person of the Year. Greta has become the face of a new generation of environmental activists over the past year and a half. For sounding the alarm about humanity's predatory relationship with the only home we have, for bringing to a fragmented world a voice that transcends backgrounds and borders, for showing us all what it might look like when a new generation leads. Greta Thunberg is Time's 2019 Person of the Year, the media franchise said on its website. Thunberg said that she was a bit surprised at the recognition. I could have never imagined anything like that happening, she said in a phone interview. I'm of course very grateful for that, very honored, Thunberg said, but added, it should be everyone in the Fridays for Future movement because what we have done together.
Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Are you interested in working behind the scenes or on stage? Then RPtv is the class for you.
If you enjoy being in the spotlight, you can be a host or a reporter. But if you're more interested in the behind the scenes type of stuff, you can do camera, sound, teleprompter, or graphics.
As you can see, Mr. Dawson and Miss Gutro's class is full of amazing opportunities and activities for anyone and everyone.
If you are interested in being in RPtv, talk to Mr. Dawson or Miss Gutro and your guidance counselor.
We hope you join our team.
That's it for today. Thanks for watching RPtv. Have a great weekend and stay tuned for CNN 10.
webcasting from CNN10.com, podcasting on iTunes, and now available at youtube.com/CNN10. This is CNN10. I'm Carl Azus, presenting our last show of the year. After today, we're scheduled to be back on January 6th, 2020. As we produced this show, the United Kingdom was awaiting the results of a national election. The biggest issue on the table is one you've heard about, the Brexit, the British exit from the European Union. Britons voted to leave the 28-member union in the summer of 2016, but it's such a complicated process with such deep political divisions over it that it hasn't been completed yet. In October, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson called for the election that took place yesterday. He's hoping his party, the Conservative Party, will win enough seats to push through his Brexit agreement with the European Union. The main opposition party, the Labour Party, wants to hold another vote on Brexit. There are other issues here too. According to the Reuters news agency, Prime Minister Johnson wants the British government to spend more on education, law enforcement and healthcare. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn wants more spending on government services and higher taxes on Britons with higher incomes. Going into the election, the polls indicated that the Conservatives had the lead. CNN.com will have the latest on how Britain's vote went. The European Space Agency is taking steps toward cleaning up a junkyard, the one that surrounds and orbits Earth. Since the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite in 1957, people have sent a lot of stuff into orbit and beyond, and they've left behind a lot of junk in the process. In fact, European scientists say that if we quit launching stuff into space altogether, and we won't, the amount of space junk will still increase because of existing pieces smashing into each other. Clear Space One is the name of a mission that will use a 4-armed robot in an effort to clean up space. It'll be on the hunt for part of a European rocket that was left in space in 2013. If everything works as planned, the robot will target the rocket part, latch onto it, and then re-enter Earth's atmosphere where everything will burn up. And if the mission's a success, more like it will be planned for bigger objects. This won't happen soon though. The official launch date is set for 2025. But with so much garbage floating around up there, the Clear Space founder says there are more than 3,000 failed satellites in orbit. Supporters say the time is right for projects like this and the others in development worldwide.
The more we rocket into the heavens,
3, 2, 1, liftoff.
the more junk and debris we leave behind, making it more dangerous for our spaceships and our satellites to move around. The good news? We can clean it up. In the heart of Tokyo, just a few miles away from this park, on a quiet street, one company is trying to make space a little safer by making it a little cleaner. Imagine space for a second. It looks something like this, right? Not quite. According to space whizzes like this guy, hi Tim, this is more like it. A world surrounded by broken satellites, old rockets and spaceship fragments, and, well, just junk.
You wouldn't believe there are thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of space debris up there.
Over 170 million pieces, according to some estimates. Some are big, others small. Most are really small.
The small one is like a paint flecks.
But don't let size fool you. In space, the smallest thing can have a catastrophic impact. Those flecks move at an average of 40,000 kilometers an hour, and when they hit with the force of a hand grenade. Imagine that times 170 million. Naoko Yamazaki, Japan's second female astronaut, has seen the impact of this stuff firsthand.
If the space debris size is bigger than 1 centimeter,
Less than a dime.
it will go through the structure, so it is a risk.
That means dime-sized debris could destroy a spaceship. But junk isn't just a problem for astronauts. It impacts everyone on Earth too. Intelligence gathering, electric grids. Just look at the GPS on your phone. That's why Mickey wants to make space clean again.
それをもうきれいどんどん宇宙をきれいにしていかないと我々の生活が脅威となっている存在なんです。
Step 1. Map the mess. Agencies like NASA track the big trash, but right now no one's really looking out for the small pieces.
地球から観測ができなくて、どこにどれぐらいのサイズのデブリがあるのかっていうのが分かってない。
While Satellite 1 maps the small stuff, Satellite 2, nicknamed ELSA-D, will sweep up the big stuff.
今考えているのは磁石。
Really? Just magnets? Mickey's team will launch the satellite as close to the selected piece of junk as possible. Special cameras and sensors will get even closer, and magnets will do the rest. Then it'll be all programmed to come back to Earth where it will burn up on re-entry. If all goes according to plan, Astroscale will send the first demo sweeper up in 2019. And from there, companies can hire their own ELSA to sweep up whatever might be in their way. Big international agencies like the European Space Agency have also started developing ideas to clean up space. But Astroscale is the world's first private company giving it a try because it believes we will become ever more dependent on space.
Someday, people will probably go to Mars or more farther place.
And let's not forget space tourism.
But if you want to go to the farther beyond the Earth, we have to clear that crowded area to minimize the risk.
Good luck.
Ten-second trivia. Which of these man-made objects is the largest? International Space Station, Bingham Canyon Mine, an American football field, or the Spruce Goose? Utah's Bingham Canyon Mine is the biggest object on this list, but the ISS is the largest man-made object in space.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Cargo Dragon, transporting critical research to enable living and working in Earth orbit and in deep space.
Simon, wake up.
I'm waiting for your commands. Don't you like it here with me?
He's actually floating there by himself, so I don't want to disturb him.
Be nice, please.
I am nice. He's accusing me of not being nice.
You get a perfect 10 out of 10. This has been our biggest year ever, and today's last segment is dedicated to everyone who stopped by CNN Center. 'Twas 12 days before Christmas, and while I was working, I thought of the viewers who'd visited, lurking here in the food court at the CNN building, where sometimes I'd be taking pictures and fielding their questions and comments, suggestions that matter, hearing the cheering and shouts and the chatter. So grateful for all y'all who came for a visit. I'm asked the best part of my job. Well, this is it. To the thousands who stop by and millions who view, you're a gift that keeps giving to us. So to you, we wish you a wonderful holiday season, and thank you for being a wonderful reason to have this explainer show and its puns, that despite all the moans and the groans, they're still fun. Some say they're pun funny, some say they're pun laughable. I'm still pun stoppable, pun daunted, pun flappable. This show is my favorite one to be in because of you. You're the best part of CNN. I'm out of time for the rhymes, but our official YouTube channel is now live. This is the first time we're doing this. YouTube.com/CNN10, that's CNN10, is where you can subscribe to our show right now. Make sure to use that address for the official site, and we look forward to seeing you on this brand new way to watch the show. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, season's greetings to everyone. I'm Carl Azus for CNN.